in right now.
Okay, welcome back everyone to the BTC5 Summer Hackathon Workshop Series. This is episode 4. My name is James from DoraHacks. We are the largest multi-chain hackathon organizer and developer incentive platform. So we're really excited to be supporting the CoreDAO Summer Hackathon. For anyone who doesn't know, this hackathon is live now for, let me just check, another 18 days, so there's still time to get involved. It'll be building dApps on Core as your submission. We've got some great dApps already submitted, and there's a prize pool of 250k total in there. If you look at the details, we'll have them all posted, the link to the hackathon page in the chat. But we're really excited to be supporting this hackathon with Core, and I can't wait personally to see some of the awesome builders projects that are built and submitted during the hackathon. So today's workshop, this is episode 4 in the Hackathon Workshop series, and this is the first one we're doing with Core's partner projects. Today the title will be security focus, security spotlight, that's it. And so without further ado, well, let me just briefly introduce our speakers. We have Cameron from Core, we have Gok Burke from Halborn, and we have Anne from Verichains. So Cameron, I'll hand it over to you now. You can do a quick intro on Core, go through your part of the workshop, and then hand over to the other speakers.
Yeah, hey guys, my name is Cameron. So this workshop is going to be focusing on a couple of our sponsors, as James had covered, which are both security sponsors. So this is more of like a security spotlight, highlighting some of the features of both of these companies and projects. So Core is built for users. Core is a chain with about 18 million addresses, 252 million transactions. We're focused around Bitcoin. So Bitcoin stakeholders are the benefactors and beneficiaries of Core Chain DeFi. About 50% of Bitcoin hash is dedicated to Core. 150 million values of BTC has been staked with Core, and there's a very large audience of people that are building and actively engaging with the Core community. So as we had recently touched on, today's session is going to first start with Verichains. So this is really talking about like Web3 security insights and talking about ways you can build more resilient apps with better compliance and overall just increase your development skills with using these projects. So we're going to start off with Verichains.
Okay. GM everyone, my name is Anh. I am managing the Web3 security team at Verichains. Today, I am excited to share with you about Verichain and our role as a security sponsor for this BTC5 Summer Hackathon. And before I dive into how we can support builders, I would like to thank Core for hosting this fantastic event and bringing together talent individuals. And Bitcoin is one of the foundations that create the Web3 that we know today. And Core is the first layer 1 blockchain secured by Bitcoin. By combining the delegated proof of work and delegate proof of stake, Core blockchain offer a high level of security and scalability. And as their security partner, we will add layers of security to protect the project built on Core. And now, before we dive into the more detail about blockchain, I want to share with you a little bit about the statistics. According to the report by Chainalysis, only in 2023, we suffer a loss about 3.8 billion of USDT due to the security breach. And CipherTrace also indicate that around 25 of blockchain projects face the security vulnerability within the first year. Those numbers highlight that the critical need for robust security measure and the expert consultant in security. And this is where Verichain and Halborn come in to support you guys. We have been in the forefront of the Web3 security since 2017 by combining the research and development effort with practical experience. We earned the recognition from major players in the Web3 space like BNB, Polygon, Aptos, and Polyhedra as well. For instance, with BNB, we conduct a comprehensive audit for their major update, including significant projects like Greenfield and another cryptography project last year. Our collaboration with BNB Chain ensure the timely verification and deployment of secure updates. And similarly with Polygon, our R&D team utilize their cryptography expertise to support Polygon in identify the critical bug in the ZK EVM. And after that, we also support them to verify the update, and that called the incaberry. You can read about the new update on their blog. And we don't just limit ourselves just to the EVM chain only. We took the challenge and explore all the chain as well, such as Aptos and Sui. And just like here, we coordinate with Aptos to develop the Move decompiler. That's a very valuable tool that enhances the Aptos community understanding on the deploy smart contract. Like, for example, if there is a contract that isn't verified and the user can read the contract, that user can pass the contract to the decompiler and it will represent the contract into a more easier way to read. And when we talk about the security, we don't just focus on the builder. The security means to protect both the project owner and also for the user. Therefore, we commit to provide more insight about the security risk, like we have the hacking incident analysis and also the article about new attack vectors. With those information, the community can raise their security. The community can raise their security awareness. They can know how they can protect themselves against the cyber threat. And our suite of security service include a lot of service. The first one is the blockchain security audit. That include the smart contract and also the core blockchain like the layer 1 or layer 2. Cameron, can you move to the next slide, please? Okay, thanks. And right after the blockchain security audit, mainly focus on just the smart contract or the core blockchain. Sometimes the project include the cryptography part, like the new technology like MBC or the ZK. Those projects are heavily rely on the cryptography. Therefore, we provide the cryptography audit service as well. And that's how we collaborate with BBChain to audit the project and also for Polygon. And for our cryptography researcher, we also have similar various of sharing in the hack in the box event or some other hacking event as well last year. And for any project, there isn't just about smart contract. When we talk about the system, we have the backend, the API, the server, the application, and even the user as well. And within that, every one of those components are exposed to the cyber security. That's why we offer the application security, the red team, and the penetration testing. With those services, we will simulate the mindset of the hacker and their behavior. We will try various attack vectors to try exploiting your project and identify the vulnerability in your whole system and report that to you. And during the operation, you have to maintain and overview, monitor the project in the timely manner. And that costs a lot of effort and the money as well. That's why we also offer the managed detection and response SOC service. With those service, we will be the one to monitor the whole project for you. And if there is any incident, we will be the first one to react and report it to our project owner. And lastly, we also providing the consultant on the governance, the risk, and the compliance aspect of the project. And as the security sponsor for this hackathon, we are dedicated to support your innovative project with both the resources and expertise. We are offering special coupons for up to 5 grades to add your development process. And the coupon can be used for a variety of our security service, like I mentioned above. And during the hackathon, we also aim to share valuable security knowledge and offer consulting service for free to help the builders secure their apps. Our sharing will uncover common security pitfalls to avoid like improper handling of private key, inadequate smart contract testing, and overlooking potential security issues. And now I will share some of our insight on the best practice for Verichains. The first one is to always conduct the thorough testing on your smart contract. From my experience, sometimes the functional bug may lead to unexpected security issue. Like there's a function that have two validator. It will check the authority of user ABC, And while checking the authority of user B, there is a functional bug that caused the problem to bypass the third authentication, and that is when the hacker will come in and steal your fund. And next is to implement multi-factor authentication for sensitive operation. During the operation project, there are a lot of things of transactions like sending money between users or sending the fund from the project owner as well. And depends on the volume of the transaction, you need to set some security measurement for them. Like for example, if the transfer amount is below 2 grams, you only need one authentication from the user. And if it's above 5 grand, it may require more sign-in from other stakeholder of the fund as well. And next, we suggest that you need to regularly update and patch your software against the known vulnerability. For example, usually when we build a Web3 project, we rarely build everything from the start. We may utilize the lift and the code base from the other project. So we have to follow the movement, because sometimes those projects that we just referring from, they have a new version that matches the old security or vulnerability. And if we don't follow that, we will be at risk. We already faced one or two projects that lies in this practice, and we figure out in the very early stage and apply them to revise the code base. And that saves a lot of effort for the builders. And the next one is similar to what I said earlier. When we talk about project, it does not rely on just the smart contract, but other components as well, like the backend and the API. Therefore, you must apply the best practice on those components as well, not just the smart contract. And since blockchain projects tend to update regularly, and with each and every update, you need to conduct a security audit on those new versions as well to ensure that your new update is very safe and it doesn't affect the fund of the user. And maybe lastly, when we talk about project, we also talk about the user and about the team member as well. Actually, from my experience, a lot of hacking incident lies within the loss of the private key. Therefore, we have to educate our employee and our user how to protect the key. And aside from that, we also need to train them how to protect themselves against things like phishing or cybersecurity or social engineering. That's the key point for the human factor. And our consulting service are designed to assist you at every step of your project, from the very early stage, like you want to explore about security and want to build a proper infrastructure. Even if it's box audit, after the project is done and you have something to ask us about security, we can also support you in advice the answer for that. Yeah, since this is during the oral season and the Copa America as well, I only sleep about 5 or 6 hours a day. So bring me anytime if you need any advice. I will be here to support you guys. Okay, excited to see the innovative from the core builder. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, on the presentation on Verichains. We'll pass it off to Gobert to start the Halborn presentation. We'll use a different slide for this one.
Hello, everyone. Nice. First of all, I hope everyone has a great Wednesday. I am Gökberk, and I am working as a senior director at the Halborn. I am managing an overall Web3 team. We are actively working with the CoreDAO for more than 2 years. We were here for the beginning of the project, and we are actively still protecting the CoreDAO. First of all, Halborn is like a elite security company established at the 2019. And we are fully offensive security engineers and mostly coming from the Web2 security background. And almost every engineer has a most known certifications from the Web2, but now they are actively working in the Web3. As you can see, previously as a Halborn, we have discovered the several 0 days in the different platforms. One of them is the MetaMask wallet, and it gets the like a highest payout in the industry. And also we have discovered the 0 days in the Cosmosm and Flow chain, and finally in the Dogecoin. And we are actively working and we are actively like sharing the vulnerabilities with the other teams too, but even if it is not published. We are trusted by the 250 plus clients, and we are actively like there are so much more, but this is the only list we have shared currently. However, like Corda is also like one of the biggest clients we have been working on, and actually now around we are protecting them actively like more than 500 clients in the ecosystem. Also, on the other hand, our like co-founder Steven is like presenting a SEC 554 course. It is since it's like a most known training like a company or company, and according to that, we are also presenting like a blockchain and smart contract security in the course in the like a sense. If you are interested, like you can directly register the course, and this is like including most known areas in the or most known like a security training in the ecosystem. On the other hand, we want to like networks one time, and also like we have created the Xeon. As community knows about the like a Kali Linux in the Web2 security, it is a similar product in the Web3 security. It is actively like published, and you can download this Xeon, and according to that, you can play and you can apply your security test or assessment into the products with this actually VM. And this is like a first open source blockchain security testing and development solution. Highly suggesting that for the security researcher or developer are using like a Xeon in their environments, in the VM environment. Also, we have created like a BVSS calculator. As you know, in the Web2 space, there is like a CVSS, and it is mostly used by the security communities. However, there was like a blockchain security calculator in the ecosystem, and we have built that. It is already live, and you can directly reach out that through our user interface through the halborn.com. We are actively researching overall hacks in the industry. Like we are also like protecting the environments in the off-chain. However, as you can see here, we have published one report named it as like a top 50 hacks, and you can see the like actually off-chain attacks are almost equal to on-chain attacks. And if you are interested about this report, you can also reach out through our website. But that shows that if you are only protecting your like smart contracts or layer one chains through the security assessment, it cannot be enough because some of the attacks are also coming from the off-chain. This should be carefully evaluated in the like whenever we are like working with any kind of security company. As a Halborn, like we have a different divisions. One of them is the like Web3, and another one is the enterprise. On the Web3 side, we are providing advisory services, also assurance services. Assurance services that including audits or security assessments in the on-chain and off-chain products. On the also in the enterprise side, we are providing a different kind of services on that, and also we are doing a risk assessment and code security audit in the enterprise clients. As a Halborn, how we are working with you, actually we are pretty transparent company, and we are showing the every steps to work with us. We have a requirements in the solution team. We are scoping the project according to a complexity, or every division leads are estimating the project. Then we are onboarding you to our security solution center. After that, you are engaging with our project managers. Finally, in that step for the security assessment, you are engaging with the multiple technical teams. Finally, we are delivering the reports through the communication channel, and we are follow up with the final report. On the other hand, the results are we have a different type of results. We have a final reports, we have a marketing advertisements, or we have an advisor or assurance service to ensure that overall project security in the later phases. But this is like an overview of our engagement phase. Also, we are interested on like a custody security, and we are helping our clients for the custody security. We have protecting a case in the cryptographic functionalities or through to off-chain attacks and etc. We are reviewing we have reviewed most of the custody solutions in the ecosystem, actively protecting 2 or 3 clients on that side. On the DLT security suite, we have also provided that, but as you can see, there are many services. We are not only doing a smart contract audits. We have an off-chain team. We are applying a penetration testing in the mobile apps, wallets, cloud environments, or we are also doing a node operations. We have a DevSecOps team. They are continuously reviewing the cloud infrastructure for the security and also presenting a daily report. Also, we are in the advisory services. The most important area in the probably it is missing in the most of the products. Threat modeling. Our advisory team is modeling the threats according to a code base or projects. After that, they are actively engaging you to secure all a project beforehand to audit. Actually. We have a different type of services. One of them is the on-demand, another one is the punch card, and we have also continuous. We are working with the Corda, actually with the continuous progress. It is like a security advisor as a service, but also there is a different service like a on-demand. It is like a single one of a security assessment. Punch card model, you can also work with us with the punch card model whenever another product is ready for the security assessment. You can push for the multiple security audits to us, and we can help for you during this stage. The security advisory service is a most common one. We are most of the clients are preferring that. The main reason behind that, if you are protecting only, or if you are auditing only smart contracts, you cannot be secure. As we mentioned before, most of the attacks are also coming from the off-chain services. From that reason, we are believing that proactive methodology, it should be including the overall perspective of the security environments. And therefore, we are providing here, as you can see, we are providing different type of services. Also, we are doing a risk assessment. Also, we are giving trainings to the engineers for the improving the overall environment or overall product. This is we have a different kind of QA phases, especially in our side. We are directly trying to improve the overall report quality. As you know, in the security assessment, there is no 100% bulletproof secure products. However, we are trying to eliminate that. Therefore, we are assigning a multiple leads and directors and vice president of the engineering, and we are reviewing every stage of the assessment. And according to deliverables, you can get access to our security solution center. After that, you can reach the report. If you have any doubts, you can directly actually deliver any kind of doubts from you through to SSC. In the smart contract audits, it is pretty known by the area, but we are applying a different tactics here. Especially in our case, we are applying a code review, static dynamic analysis. It's totally fine. Also, we have a financial testing. However, in our methodology, for example, we are a proactive company. Without all a security assessment findings are shared through to a communication channel during the assessment. And if there is no communication during the assessment, actually, we are not believing that actually products are understood by the auditors. From that reason, we are sharing our POCs on the exploits or vulnerabilities. According to that, we are trying to fix every issue with the product owners. On the advanced penetration testing, we have also penetration testing. On that side, actually, we are treating the simulations. We are inspecting the security. Also, it is we are applying all OWASP or a custom checklist during the assessment, and we are evaluating the overall products or overall projects with the actually attacker perspective. According to that, also we are presenting to your report, and it includes also proof of concepts according to security assessment. After your fixes, we are directly delivering them and presenting to you like a final report. We are doing also cloud security assessment. We are working with AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, and Oracle Cloud. We have another separate division for that. They are reviewing the overall networks, and according to their configuration, if with the attacker perspective, that can be, even if network is like a closed or internal, we are still believing that it should be secure, it should be reviewed by our auditors, and they are reviewing that. After that, they are also present the security issues through the report. We are also doing a risk assessment. In the risk assessment, as you know, in the Web2 space, there is a secure development lifecycle. According to that, we are trying to present to some kind of financial risk assessment, operational risk assessment, threat modeling, and that can be before the audit, because auditors usually really like the threat modelings. That can be really helpful for the overviewing the overall attack surfaces in the projects. Also, we have a DevOps and automation service a team, and they are directly reviewing the node operations, or they are also helping to, for example, set up to some of the environments that can be for example, K management, Kubernetes environments, and etc. They are helping for the deployment stage too. Especially our talk title was the smart contract audits and secure smart contracts. Therefore, I would like to present to you beforehand, for example, before the engaging with any firm, there are some suggestions from us. This is if you are going to apply that, probably you can eliminate some of the vulnerabilities in your code base or in your projects. This is pretty important for auditors too. Because as an auditor, if there is no code base or a unit tests, it can be really hard to assessing a code, because auditors should write their own unit tests. Firstly, in the initial stage, we are presenting a threat modeling. Threat modeling, analyzing a security needs on potential vulnerabilities through the systemic vulnerabilities in the project. If you can identify and implement proactive measures in the common issues, that can be sandwich attacks, or that can be uninitialized variables, and etc. For example, this can be really helpful for the seeing a potential attack surfaces, and this can eliminate some of the findings in the project. Advantages of it is also we are suggesting expect of the auditors, also internal team, if they can know to the potential risk in the project, that can be really helpful for the next stage. Finally, we are sharing references here, and these references can be used before engaging with any auditor firm, and you can eliminate some of the findings. On the preparation side, also you can implement some kind of automated security checks. For example, that can be tools like a Slider or Mithril or Salt Scan. This is for example, in the Slider side, if you have a reentrancy risk in your code base, especially you can detect through the Slider, but that can be more complex reentrancy attacks. I am not mentioning that, but in the basic side, in the low-hanging fruits, you can directly detect this actually vulnerabilities through these tools. And on the other hand, dependency management, as you know, for example, if you are using any kind of open Zeppelin library, you should use the recent ones if it contains any kind of vulnerability inside of it. Also through the GitHub Actions or GitLab, and doesn't matter, you can check the out of the date the third-party dependencies. This can also eliminate some of the vulnerabilities or low-hanging security issues in the project. In the testing side, actually, this is a common, there are so many different type of testings. And on that side, for example, first of all is unit test, and another one, integration and fork testing. You are, for example, you are using a Corda RPC. According to that, you are trying to observe the behaviors through the forked environment. On that, there is a code coverage analysis and gas usage analysis. Also, there are more advanced testing techniques like a fast testing, invariant testing, and formal verification. If possible, before engaging with any auditor firm or any a security assessment, we are highly suggesting applying some kind of fast testing or invariant testing, because this is can make every auditor's jobs easier, and also you can ensure that every project or every edge cases are working independently in your project. First of all, fuzzing is like a stateless fuzzing. Fuzzing purpose is like a supplying random data to break your function. For example, here variable 0 should be 0. According to that, whenever you are trying to apply the fuzzing to this function, you are sending a random inputs, and for example, invariant will be broken whenever hidden variable is sent to as a 8. You can directly catch to this actually one with the truth to fuzzing, and you can catch to also broken invariant into the system. Another one is the invariant testing. Invariant testing is quite powerful, and it can be really useful for the finding a logic errors in the protocol. Maybe fuzzing can be miss some of the issues. However, it is really great to invariant testing is really great to spotting a tricky box in the projects. For example, here there is an example contract and there is a do test function. You can see here there is a hidden variable and variable 1. Whenever you are doing a invariant testing, for example, you are trying to give a random input. According to that, you are trying to catch the assertions through the Foundry. You can utilize the Foundry. There is a different type of tools exist in this ecosystem, but as a Halborn, we are mostly trying to have to grow up the Foundry and also using Foundry for the security assessments. One final methodology is a formal verification. Formal verification is trying to disapprove to system properties with mathematical proofs, and it is trying to explore all possible states and behavior of the system. There is a different type of study on that. There is a symbolic execution, abstract interpretation, and also model checking. And there is a 3 or 4 tools. Halmos is integrated with Foundry. There is a Certora, Halmos, and Control. Finally, as you can see, as we mentioned before, continuous integration is pretty important. For example, you should ensure that you can integrate your test cases into the a GitHub, and through the AutoCI, you can observe all overall test cases are passing through the GitHub action after every new commit. This can be really powerful to ensure that project is working independently on your side. Especially the most important thing, after the post audit, there is some kind of confusion on that side. For example, we as a post audit, if you are testing your project through only unit tests, and if you didn't do any kind of, for example, you are working with the mock contracts in the Unix web and you didn't test it through the fork, and according to that, maybe you are missing some kind of a sandwich attack possibility in the contracts. From that reason, fork testing can be really powerful for the catching at that type of issues. Another methodology is that after the post audit, you can review to overall privilege roles. As you know, everyone is currently mostly using a open Zeppelin or single ownership or a multiple access control roles. You should ensure that every privileged role actions are predefined through the threat modeling, and this can be really helpful. For example, if any kind of access key or private key is captured by the attacker, you can review to if what is the potential risk behind that. Therefore, we are suggesting a post-privileged roles review after the mainnet deployment. Probably you should review to overall roles in the ecosystem and on the system, and according to that, maybe you can assign to external owned accounts to multi-sig accounts and etc. This can be really powerful because we have seen some examples previously. Some of the projects are forgot to owner as a external owned account, and it was the previous developer. After that, attacker is malicious developer is directly minted the many tokens in the system. After that, actually, it is resolved with the vulnerability. One other thing, SDLC. With the Corda, we are applying this strategy, and we are securing them more than 2 years now. And we are reviewing every new code with them. And it can be GitHub pull request, GitLab pull request, doesn't matter. It can be even zip file, but we are suggesting to every project, if you are publishing any new code in the ecosystem, even with the governance proposal, please ensure that it is secure and it is audited by the internally or third-party security firm. One other section is a setup setting up to like a bug bounty programs. Bug bounty programs are quite useful because during the auditing, most companies has a limited timeline. According to that, that can be problematic, and maybe they are going to miss. Especially, we have seen so many cases before. From that reason, even if there is no risk in the system, we are suggesting setting up the bug bounty program. That can be like a really powerful for the catching up to potential security issues. On the other hand, implementing an ongoing surveillance that can be monitoring bots. There are so many products. Also, we are suggesting a preparation of the predefined incident response plans. There are some examples shown below, and this is you can directly reach out that, and you can prepare it by yourself. For example, during the incident, who should you reach out? Maybe that can be security form, or that can be one security guy. That can really speed up the, for example, process. We have seen that, for example, some of the companies are reach out to us, and according to that, they didn't have any incident response plan. They are directly trying to find a solution. But at the end, if you are planning that, you can be more comfortable. Also, there is a SEAL group, and SEAL group is helping to during this stage. It is really powerful to including a security searcher, and also some of the security engineers are also participating in that. One other thing, we are passing usually a Web2 or off-chain attacks. We are not calling off-chain attacks, but usually Web2 is called off-chain in the ecosystem. There we have seen so many problems with that, and previously one of them example attack is a DNS hijacking. From that reason, we are suggesting a setting up the monitoring or some kind of alternative plans. And for example, if you didn't enable the I don't know, a firewall and etc., that can be problematic. From that reason, first assess the web through products, and also develop some kind of monitoring for the web attacks. Finally, as I mentioned before, incident response plans for every smart contract. According to our perspective, it should be prepared. And with that one, actually, you can ensure that what is the potential threat modeling or potential proactive methodologies or security measures for the product. For example, you can pause the system, or you can revoke some of the functionalities from the contracts. From that reason, it is highly suggesting modeling a threat. After that, preparing a incident response plan can really speed up your actually incident process on your system. This is pretty much from my side, and thank you so much for listening to me. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. Please reach out to us directly through our website or through our SEO Telegram. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Gobert. I believe we're going to pass it back off to James, and we're going to go into a slight Q&A session and a summary wrap-up.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining, especially to the security partners of Core for this workshop. It's been great to have both your presentations today, so thank you, Anne and Goldberg. If you have any questions if you're in the live audience, you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments section, and we'll get them asked to our participants today. I just want to take this opportunity to ask our partners if there's anything coming up throughout the rest of the year, the next couple of quarters, any big milestones or anything they'd like to share about their projects. So before I do that, can I just say to everyone, make sure you follow Verichains and Halborn, as well as Core and DoraHacks on our social media to keep up with our updates. At DoraHacks, we do have many other workshops like this, so make sure you keep up to date with all of that. So if I hand over to you, Anne, Verichains, is there anything we should keep an eye out? What big developments or milestones coming up over the next few months for you?
Yes, currently we are, aside from Aptos that I mentioned earlier, that we build the Revela, the multi-compiler for them. Now we are partnered with Sui to get the Revela to Sui as well. And in the upcoming month, we will hold a security training in the boss event in Thailand. So if you are interested in security in Web3, feel free to follow us, and we can say more about that later. And currently, by the end of this year, we plan to release some research about the cryptography as well, especially for the ZK. Currently, one of our close partner is Bolihera. They are building some ZK project. Currently, it's the ZK bridge, and we are also experienced and learning from that to provide more research and insight about ZK. We will share about them by the end of this year.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Okay, thanks for that info. Gokberg, what about Halborn?
We are actively hosting, our marketing team is actively joining the overall events, especially please reach out to us. Most near one, probably ETSCC. It will be in the Belgium. We will be there. Please reach out to us. We are really excited about new projects. And if you have any questions, you can directly reach us through to our communication channels. But on the other hand, in our side, we are actively working with new layer ones, and we are trying to secure them. Language doesn't matter. That can be Rust, Golang, even that can be Ruby. Please reach out to us if you have any idea or if you have any projects. We are really ready to help you in the security assessments. Thank you so much.
That sounds great, and I look forward to seeing you at ETCC. See you very soon. Cameron, is there anything you want to share from Core? Obviously, we've got the BTC Phi hackathon at the moment, which, as I said before, has got a 250K prize pool and just under 3 weeks left. So the link for that will be in the comments section if you're a developer, enthusiastic about the Bitcoin ecosystem. Get building on Core to take part in that. But is there anything else you want to share before we end the call?
So we do have the next one, next workshop presentation on the 17th. So it's going to be similar one like this with NLX request and Tokensoft. But other than that, I guess we can just move on to Q&A and wrap things up here.
Okay, thanks, Cameron. I don't think we've got any live questions from the audience. So any questions that you do have, if you're watching this on catch up on YouTube, feel free to put them in the comments or send them to our socials, Telegram, and we'll get them asked to the relevant speakers from today's call. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks again to the speakers, and we'll see you for the next workshop.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.